Upscale season night, my boyfriend asked me to a high-end, a very romantic restaurant, and halfway through, he got a phone call. I came back with a bunch of pink roses in my hand. There is also a bank card in the center of the flower, and a pigeon egg, before he got down on his knees and proposed. I quickly took the bank card. He took out a stack of photos from his bag and threw them in front of him. The money in the cold road card. As a mental loss over the years, go marry your fox, when surrounded by zombies, and he shoved me out of the car. Then I will spend the night with my good sister. Maybe the hatred is too deep. After becoming a zombie, I still have residual reason. So I smelled them both, finally found them with a limp. With an army of zombies, bite the dog man and woman to pieces. Even electricity is impossible. Then I lit a fire and burned myself clean. Unexpectedly, I was born again. Fortunately, the rebirth was before the dog man proposed to me, got his bank card. Now I'm the only one who knows the zombie virus will break out today. The big secret is a week away from the virus outbreak. Plenty of time, but I don't know how long the virus will last. Because I committed suicide prematurely. Finally got a new life. This time I have to prepare more supplies. Strive to survive until the day the virus is eliminated. I was an orphan, alone. Nothing to worry about, but I know in my heart. In that near-death environment, living alone will definitely drive you crazy, so I have to find someone to live with me. I've been an orphan since I was a child, living hard on subsidies. Start work-study as an adult, maybe that's why. So I'm withdrawn, one side, and I really long for a home that truly belongs to me. It caused me to focus on my ex-boyfriend, ignoring normal friendship. The only girlfriend also stole my corner, flipping through the few address books. Think about it, it really reminds me of someone. When the end comes, the one who calls and says he loves me, maybe only that person, willing to mess with me at a time like this. I'm inexplicably sure. He is the only man who will believe me, and he's strong. You can help me move more supplies together. Well, I'm selfish too, but I can tell you. I'm withdrawing money from an ATM machine, while taking out his cell phone to make a call. The person on the other side of the phone seems to be in a bad mood. I haven't spoken yet. I have a room over there. Stop selling. I'm calling to save you. I suppress the anger in my heart. Transfer $100,000 to your card. Then another phone call. This time, I was the first to speak. How dare you hang up on me again? Don't blame me for being ruthless. Pause for 2 seconds. Muffled to me, aren't you getting married? What are you looking for me for? The old lady kicked someone. 20 minutes later, when evil people find me, I'm on a shopping spree in the wholesale supermarket. He thought I was spending revenge, didn't stop me. Silently helped me push the shopping cart. I asked him, do you have a car and a house? He was happy and replied, are we on a blind date? See, my face is not good. I have the urge to kick him. Hurry up and add that I just came by car. The house is about 200 square meters. But in the suburbs, how are you satisfied? I am very satisfied. Nice house in the suburbs. You can stock up on more things. The evil is my high school deskmate. At that time, the head teacher doesn't know where to hear the learning method. Let the top 10 and the bottom 10 sit together, trying to influence those assignments not to write. Students who failed the exam. I was number 1 in my class. He is also the first. At the beginning of the countdown, we both hated each other. I don't like him spending the family money all day long. He looks like he is unlearned. Don't let me study with peace of mind. And I gave him a good beating. The school invited parents. I stood in front of his father with my head held high. Same with him, never cared about his son. When a good child is about to be raised, evil look in my eyes, just bring Shinshin full of love. From now on, he became my little fanboy. Follow my lead. He is also very smart. Finally, I was admitted to the ideal university with me. But inside, I was really scared. People think I'm a sugar daddy, so I never agreed to his pursuit. He picked up a random guy, trying to break the evil mind. And he never called me again, until the phone call at the end of the day. I just realized how much he loves me. I couldn't save him in a previous life. I want to save me and him in this life. I let out a puff of air. Keep up the shopping spree. Do we mean that we have finished buying so much food? It's not that I won't let you buy it. I just think it's a little too much, for fear of making me angry. Not far enough. Not enough. I handed him the card. Let him go to the checkout. He was dumbfounded. Take the card from my hand. Go to the queue obediently. Then he started moving things into the car without complaint. I watched him sneak the card into his wallet. Then he took out his mobile phone and scanned the code for the salesperson ... and deliberately avoided my sight. My heart is so warm. Maybe I can be born again. I let him drive to the house I rented first. It's almost 10 o'clock when we're done moving things. I was paralyzed, lying on the sofa and not wanting to move. But I'm hungry. I'm a little annoyed. I should have kicked that dog man after dinner. Fortunately, I just bought a few boxes of instant noodles. I got up to make 2 bowls. I didn't expect the doorbell to ring. Because of zombie sequelae, I dare not open the door. I'm afraid that as soon as the door opens, a group of zombies will pounce on me and bite me. It really hurts. He took a look at me as if I were facing a great enemy. It should be for takeout. I thought you probably didn't have dinner either. I ordered takeout in advance on the way back, and I breathed a sigh of relief. When a pile of barbecue and golden egg fried rice. When placed in front of me, I don't have anything on my mind anymore. Damn the zombies, I pounced like a zombie. Rip open the package and start eating. So fragrant. I haven't eaten human food in so long. The evil person also ordered the milk tea I like to drink. He's 1,000 times better than a dog scum. 10,000 times I wish I could poke my eyes out. Ask yourself if you were blind in a previous life, and then I took a nice shower. The whole person felt refreshed at once. The evil family is really big. 4 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 1 kitchen and 2 bathrooms, and it comes with a penthouse. It's independent, no one else can get up. That's really great, a good place to guard Nangon, according to the observation experience of a previous life. Except for the little bit of IQ I keep, other morning, corpses are stupid. Just cut off the elevator, then completely block the corridor. We can't get out, no one else can come up. The old lady is still afraid of a hammer. The new dragon is proud, the evil is also washed away. Came to the living room, he was shirtless. Wearing dark gray shorts, raising his hand to wipe his hair. And, I was stunned, he has 8-pack ABS and mermaid line. Hey wait. Why is he a big man without armpit hair? Maybe my eyes are too hot. I burned the person in front of me. His ears are slightly red. He immediately turned around and went back to the room. I changed into long-sleeved trousers when I came out. Sorry with a shy face, it's all the fault of habit. I wave my hand. It doesn't matter. In fact, I can see through his small thoughts at a glance. But I don't say look at his embarrassed face. Just to say hello, he accompanied me to sit on the balcony. Looking at the night scene not far away together, starry sky, lights. It's beautiful, but I won't be able to see it in a few days. And I took a deep breath, asked him if he is beautiful. The doctor added that it is beautiful. I turned to look at him, he jerked out of sight. Looked like nothing happened. But the ears already need sweet potatoes. I glanced at the time. It's 11 o'clock. Put away your miscellaneous thoughts. My face became serious. Relieve the awkward atmosphere at this time. Just about to follow my lead. Haha, see my serious expression. Asked tentatively, should I believe it or not? Looks like I beat him up when I was younger. Leave him with a deep psychological shadow, causing him to become a good baby unconsciously when he saw me. It's all my fault. I don't care if it scares him or not. Take care of yourself. I told him everything. But I didn't tell him about the phone call. Finally added a sentence. Maybe you can call. Maybe think I'm still going crazy because of the breakup. Pull out a smiley face like a self-deprecation. I'm not asking you to believe this. But I have to lend you this place to live for a while. I have a lot of things to buy. I may need your help with some large items. I've made up my mind. I'm going to live and die here. Saving his life is also saving his life. In a week, he will understand. I'm not crazy. As for his family, I did my best. Even if I pat my chest and promise, the wrist was suddenly grabbed. Then one force, I was pulled into his arms. Oh, his arms are so warm, so safe. I'm not done yet. His trembling voice came from above his head. Sorry, I didn't know. You went through such a terrible thing alone. In my last life, I didn't have time to protect you. I will definitely protect you for the rest of my life. Even if you die, I will also let you die behind me. He hugged me and talked a lot, but I can't remember the rest, because since rebirth, I've been pretending to have a strong heart like a balloon. Suddenly a hole was poked by a needle. Countless grievances and fears poured out at once, holding his crying snot and tears. And his hand around me is getting tighter and tighter. I'm dying, and he made a phone call home. The excuse is a classmate doing scientific research. Inside information, discovered an infectious and lethal rate. A powerful new virus. The figure hung up the phone. The evil person carried me back to the room. Cleaned up my face, soaked another glass of hot milk, adjust the air conditioner temperature, and went back to his room. It's about everything. More than a mother, this night, I slept soundly, because I know we have a long way to go. At dawn, I woke up, remembering the way my pussy chirped last night. Frown, said spring hurts autumn or something. Once in a lifetime is enough. After waking up, I'm still a little strong that can't be beaten to death. Weirdly pick up the phone, click on the shopping software, adjust positioning to this city, then buy miscellaneous daily necessities. Toilet paper, roll paper, napkin, wet tissue paper and towel. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, laundry detergent. Potato chips, shrimp sticks, bread, biscuits, milk. Anyway, I bought everything I could think of. In the end, all chose door-to-door delivery. Why buy it online? But I want to store enough food for 2 people. Definitely not. Meat is inseparable from the refrigerator freezer, and we can't do without meat. It's not amazing with die not to cultivate. Let's turn the smallest room into a freezer. Empty is empty anyway. I slapped my thigh violently. He grinned in pain. The next step is to call someone to do the work. Money is not an issue. Invite a few more people. Try to finish it within 4 days, and then we went up to the roof. Decided to divide into 3, 1 serving of vegetables, 1 serving of stored water. It is used to water the vegetable field at ordinary times. 1 solar panel. Nearly 200 square meters, just enough. Fortunately, he was very precious when he was renovating at that time. Security issues have been considered. Glass and doors are the most expensive and sturdy. Now we just need to get someone to put rebar in it. The safety factor has greatly increased. Even so, he is busy at home with the workers. I drove to the wholesale supermarket and bought it. Buy canned rice, noodles, meat, and other daily necessities. I also bought a lot of medicine and vegetables and fruit seeds. Life is precious, the most important things. You still have to check it yourself to rest assured. I never thought about it. One day, a woman would hate to buy things. Life is so tough. I don't know what excuse the evil person made. Prevaricate those workers. The house is gradually full. As time goes by, we are more and more afraid to stop. Try to buy as many things as possible. The freezer is filled with all kinds of vacuum-packed meat. The snacks in the room have to be piled up to the roof. The closet is full of clothes and bedding to save space. We only vacate 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, and one bathroom. All other unnecessary furniture was sold out. Last night, we decided to go out for our last dinner. When in the crowd, I've already written the post online, warning everyone to prepare in advance. He also made anonymous phone calls to the relevant authorities. Sent an anonymous letter, but nobody believed me. Except for evil, the world is so big, I am like an ant. Can save the world, this night. We sat on the balcony and watched the night view until sunrise. At that time, I really hoped that everything was my own imagination. But when you see the coverage, still feel very uncomfortable. A patient began to fester inexplicably. And he didn't take it seriously at first, until his family comes home. Found out that the dog that had been in the family for several years was gone. And the patient sequesters himself in a darkened room. There was a big pool of blood and a pile of rotten meat on the ground. They rushed him to the hospital that night. He mutated into the first zombie, bit a patient in the same ward. Bit the doctor and nurse on rounds again. He is responsible for 3 meals a day. The nutritional combination of meat and vegetables is very reasonable. That's how we live at sunrise, life at sunset. When the soil grows densely packed with little green shoots, we embrace excitedly. Something is also quietly breaking out of the ground in my heart. Start to thrive. I've been waiting for evil to knock me down. From then on, the two people started a shy life. So much so that I sleep at night without locking the door, just quietly kiss my forehead, the back of turning away. Not at all sloppy, it pissed me off, this kind of thing. Do you want me to take the initiative as a woman? I began to fall into deep self-doubt. Is my pajamas not sexy enough? Or have I been eating too much lately? Little life is too comfortable. I'm getting a little fat. But when I looked downstairs not far away, those are missing arms and legs, covered in blood. When you lose your stiff body swaying on the road, I was full of confidence again. It's a problem of evil. It's definitely his problem, blind dog eyes. I poked and started to change the original strategy. Since the enemy is not moving, then I can only move. Fortunately, God also opened his eyes to help me. It was sunny all day. Near evening, the sky suddenly darkened. Evil and I looked at the dark clouds. Storm is coming. Both happy and a little worried. Happily. The water in the reservoir can be filled for free. The worry is that if it rains too much, after all, it is temporarily paved land. The soil is no better than normal land. Before we're torn, the raindrops fell down. Watching the rain get heavier and heavier, evil finally can't hold back. Grabbing the tarp and rushing into the rain. He is also pretending today, wearing a white shirt. I'm lying on the windowsill, watching his clothes quickly get wet from the rainstorm. Stick tightly to the body, those seductive 8-pack ABS, or like a shy girl. Looming, so fucking sexy. It could have been done by one person, but here comes the wind. He had to be messy alone in the wind. I'm almost done watching. I wiped the drool from the corner of my mouth. Also plunged into the rain. What a coincidence. I'm wearing a white dress, the one as short as the thigh. When we're done tying up the tarp, 2 people are soaking wet, close to the body. You can see what you should see and what you shouldn't see. I originally planned to take the innocent girl route. Hey dear, let's hurry back. He turned around as he spoke. He just stood there, and then you see it. His ears were red and seemed to be dripping blood. Even his whole face turned red. He's still like a 17-year-old boy who was just in love. Innocent, I flipped a handful of broken hair on my forehead. Walked towards him with a smile. You just said let's go home, and I asked him in a sweet, greasy, very seductive voice. It seems that this sentence seems to be more ambiguous. The voice of evil is getting quieter and quieter. It ends up being about as loud as a mosquito. I'm already in front of him. Looking up at him with a smile, evil is still quite high. Visually, it is 85 meters. And I'm only 1.63 meters, so as long as you looks down and talks to me, you will definitely see the most beautiful scenery. I looked at him staring straight ahead. A look of death, like a shy little daughter-in-law, a little forced. She was forced to bow her head. Why don't you look at me? Don't I look good? I promise. I deduced the softest tone of my life, just flirting with her seriously. But the evil barrier violently shook the tiger's body. I can't wait to hear her answer, so I repeated it again. Okay. He shook again. Are you cold? But your face is burning. You even have a fever. I'm alone. The next second, the evil barrier hugged me violently. He buried his head in my neck like a puppy. I heard him say that the characters in the world are not as good as you. My heart skipped a beat. It's bouncing around like a deer. It turns out that I hear people who I really like praise me. To be so happy, it's not that I haven't heard people praise me. Dogmen used to say I was pretty, but I didn't feel much at the time. Suddenly remembered the day of graduation, 2 children with dreams sitting under a wisteria stand. Failing the test together shoulder to shoulder. Promise to be together for a lifetime, suddenly understand. How can there be so many concerns about the rhyme match? In fact, that boy has always lived in my heart, never left. In my previous life, I was too weak and cowardly, finally missed him, not this time. Fortunately, there was still time. I will definitely hold him tight. But he shielded me from most of the wind and rain. And I just need to be in his arms. Concentrated crankiness. Evo takes a long breath, chin on top of my head. Mother, do you know what I'm thinking now? I shake my head, say you don't know, but my heart is always crooked. Those that don't have it are almost crooked to the Pacific Ocean. He seems to have read my mind. The tone is a little helpless. The words spoken are full of indulgence. I'm wondering what I'm going to do with you. What do you think? I smile even more. The mouth has to grin behind the ear. Come on, let's do it. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. And as witty as I am, all the necessities are already ready. I told you, I have more important things to do. He bowed his head and kissed me. The long-awaited kiss finally fell. It's like a dragonfly at first. As time goes by, my brain is kind of frozen. The corners of the lips overflow the words in the heart. I raised my arm. Put your arms around his neck. We've been apart for too long, wasted too long, but all the regret. It all dissipates at this moment. Love is actually a beautiful thing. But in real life, too many people pretend to love. Lose your mind, yin and instinct. Did incredible things, but when it comes to life, the right person, happy no matter what. At this point I feel the adrenaline in my body is constantly rising. The rain is getting heavier. We hid under the eaves. The back has just been pasted with cold floor-to-ceiling glass. Eyes, I couldn't help but hit a thrill. Hands around him tighter. He pulled out an arm and wrapped it around my back. Let me lean into his hot arms. This damn detail. Boyfriend's overwhelming sense of security. The storm initialized the bloodstain in the city. It brought us closer again. Then we lived life without shame. And hey ha ha ha, lied to you, so that when we were apart, holding a silver thread in the air, the dark tide in the depths of the eyes is surging. He's gasping for air. Put your forehead on mine. Calm down the overly excited mood. I'm not going anywhere. Big gasps, breathing in the fresh air. He looks fierce. The tone is very gentle. Seems to drip water. Go back and take a shower first. You don't want to catch a cold, do you? I thought about it. That's true. But I feel very comfortable being held in my arms. The arm is still a little tighter. Cheating and refusing to go by yourself. He was killed helplessly. But the smile on the corner of his lips did not dissipate. Sin just carried me downstairs. Take me to the bathroom. Start pouring water into the bathtub. My excited heart, trembling hands, something I've been waiting for. It's finally coming to me, just as my eyes were bubbling. When lost in fantasy, and he turned away. Don't forget to lock the door, but you were so defensive of me. What's the problem? I can't think of it. Solution until you finish a hot bath. I'm still torn about this. Finally, I think I'm tired. I plan to ask the parties directly. How slow is the bath today? Wait. I just fell asleep on the couch. Stuck out feeling like someone was blowing my hair. Pull something over me again. Wake up hungry. I rubbed my sleepy eyes and sat up. See at a glance, Sen is wearing the little pink apron I bought him. Busy in the kitchen. It's nice to have him in my life. In the evening, I took out a case of wine. Decide that if you don't confess your sins, you will be lenient. I'll get him drunk. Later, there is always a price to pay for the beginning of life. But I didn't expect it, under my aggressive cross-examination. This mallet is stuttering. Dao doesn't have that at home. It's not good for you to have a baby at this time. Hey, did you say it earlier? I put down the half-drunk wine. I took his hand and went to the storage room. Pull out a large cardboard box. Motion him to open it for himself. Evil look in my eyes. It's full of the mind-boggling and the unbelievable. And a little scared. After all, who the hell will come before the end? I still have the mind to stock up on a big box of stuff. I smile and nod, signal to him that's what he thinks it means. After opening the box, looking at the packaging boxes being dismantled in front of me, it depicts a lifelike strawberry. I suddenly feel like eating strawberry cake. I don't know if I bought strawberry seeds. I'll look for it later. There seem to be a few empty flower pots on the roof. It's perfect for growing strawberries. I'm still fantasizing about picking strawberries to eat. I heard him ask Saiking in a trembling voice. Where did this come from? I said, as if nothing had happened. You specially stocked it, doesn't it fit? What does that look say? Kind of like a wolf. I suddenly became cowardly. Is this the so-called you are stronger and I am weaker between couples? Am I stronger than you? Just when the atmosphere is a little inexplicable and awkward. A news bulletin came over the TV in the living room. Urgent notification, zombies have mutated. Simultaneous appearance of animal zombies, the surviving citizens must protect themselves. Waiting for rescue, we were stunned. Mutant animal. He hurried into the living room. The news is still rolling over and over with warning subtitles. Take out your phone and open Weibo. I saw many pictures and videos posted by netizens. The original eyes were dull and the body was stiff. Among the zombies who behave very slowly, some zombies with red eyes appeared. They grow taller, limbs soaring, hands grow claws like eagles. Amazing speed and power, then brush down. I saw a friend named Doomsday Dog live. I watched it twice carefully before I understood the video content. I took a deep breath. It's a flock of red-eyed birds nibbling on silk. Each one is huge, like an adult cat. The evil person sees my serious expression. He took the phone and watched the video again. He also frowned. He asked me in a calm voice that this thing will mutate. I shook my head at him. I don't know. By time, this is what happened in my last life after I committed suicide. Here we go. The two of us grabbed our phones and started collecting information. Learn as much as possible about the characteristics of mutant zombies. The more you look, the more terrified you become. These mutated zombies, not only can ordinary zombies evolve, and it's incredibly effective, some can even climb 3 or 4 floors with their bare hands. Bitten by ordinary zombies, there is also the possibility of becoming a zombie. I don't know why, I feel a little uneasy in my heart. It feels like a huge web. It's starting to slowly contract, and all of us are trapped in this web like prey. A new night is coming. We didn't turn on the lights this time. After rechecking the doors and windows, tighten all the curtains, turn off all electronic products that make sound. I snuggled up on the sofa with the evil, in the darkness. I could only hear the shallow breaths of the two of us. I closed my eyes. I couldn't sleep. Do you think we can wait for rescue? Sudden unknowns make me fidget. Those mutant zombies are so powerful. Will the rescue really succeed? Don't be afraid not to come later. I still fell asleep in his arms. He didn't seem to be asleep. Because vaguely I heard someone calling me. Call me over and over again. Come and find me. The sound is unfamiliar, but it's very tempting. Makes me want to find him involuntarily. Look at my handsome. The face is full of complexity. I'm a little puzzled. Could it be that I woke up looking so ugly that I scared him? Or slept last night, I burped my teeth and farted and drooled. This is really ruining my muse's image. Don't wait for me to ask. Evil Obstacle took the lead in opening Xiqing. Do you have the habit of sleepwalking? Did you sleepwalk? I haven't had it since I was a child. Hear me finish this sentence. His face is even uglier. I suddenly remembered that voice. Something feels wrong. So I got up with a real look at him fixedly. Did something happen that I don't know about? He moved his lips. Seems to be considering the appropriate wording to explain to me. Get up in a daze in the middle of the night. If you climb to the top floor, you have to jump off. I went to my back for a tingling. I feel goosebumps all over my body crawling up. This is worse than burping my teeth when I sleep in the middle of the night. It took a long time to calm down. Later, I decided to eat first. It's really a lack of blood supply to the brain, unable to think. Therefore, I specifically request that today's breakfast put 2 more ham sausages, 2 egg chicken chunks of beef. I'm going to jump off the building in the middle of the night. Don't eat more good food in advance. Later, the evil Slaughter told me in detail the scene at that time. He was sleeping on the sofa with me. Sleep well. I suddenly got up, but my eyes are as big as the Black Cat Sheriff. But not even Dr. Hair walk straight ahead like a female ghost. How about saying that this gadget is afraid of death? That's when he got a sense of crisis. Grunt up and followed me. I want to see what I'm going to do. Finally threw me to the ground by the rooftop. I just passed out. I think he just wanted to take the opportunity to hold me. It's okay to use it to laugh at and threaten me in the future. Then again, for whatever purpose, dare to sleep and hold my hand all night. To be honest, I can't figure it out either. Maybe it's really sleepwalking. I don't know why. I subconsciously didn't hear the sound in the middle of the night. Tell evil, my sixth sense as a woman, as a heroine, it's not easy. When you swipe to the video of the blogger playing Momo at your friends come to see, you'll have a lot of luck in 2023. Smooth wind, smooth water, smooth god of wealth, rich, powerful, and promising. That night, I heard the familiar call again. The differences. In order to prevent it from coming again inexplicably this time, I tied myself to the window so still in advance, consciousness begins to fade. Floating and sinking on the sea like a boat. I know it's because I was subconsciously resisting an unknown force. I saw the moon on the sea turn blood red, like the eyes of those mutant zombies. The blood-red moonlight dyed the sea red, but fortunately, the last bit of sanity I have left, my front teeth bit the tip of my tongue. And it was so painful that I woke up. I sat in the dark, big gasps. Physically and mentally exhausted, I seemed to be able to find out. Where did the mutant zombies come from? This is so fucking fantasy. Viral infections in real life. Why is there a psychovirus attack involved? When I discovered this, when you tell evil seriously. And this is what he told me. My little fan finally caught up with me. Let me feed. How is it okay? He shook his head and said, busy posting online. Tell the survivors about it. My heart is in a mess, so I gave him a heart slap. I would like to take this glorious opportunity for you. But once I don't have that much strength. Knock you out when you jump off a building. As a result, he was scolded like a fool. You're laughing so hard you can see your teeth. Deep sigh. Is it possible that after I go to bed, what's all this about? Life is a feather. Later. I never heard the call of the eagle of death again. The chicken feathers in life can still be picked up. But the slap in the face came too fast. The sun was shining. The little spinach in the field has also grown up. I'm carrying a basket to post some back for hot pot. spinach is so expensive these days. Unexpectedly, at the end of the day, I got the freedom of spinach, just pulled out a few, seems to be ready to jump on my side. I quickly picked up 2 more handfuls of spinach, turned around, and run away. I dare not call evil, for fear of my screams. Directly identify the target for the red-eyed zombie. That's really self-defeating. The moment I closed the heavy back door, the red-eyed zombie on the opposite side just jumped over. Fortunately, I ran fast enough. Red-eyed zombies are extremely sensitive to sound. I hid behind the door and dared not move. He can still jump. It's amazing. Ho ho ho. I heard the low growl of the red-eyed zombie outside the door. I keep praying in my heart that the evil person will not come up, because I didn't bring my phone. Can't tell him what's going on here, maybe. These 2 days may really be my water reverse time, right? When evil comes silently, I'm shaking, sweetheart. I can't wait to slap this dog to death. What a scumbag. The red-eyed zombie outside the door was quiet for a moment. The next second starts banging on the door like crazy. I don't care what. The little spinach and the little cabbage are scattered, and the girl runs downstairs, just happened to bump into the evil dog. Go, red-eyed zombie. Evil is stunned for a moment. And take advantage of his strong body and long legs, lift me up, turn around and run. You was being bullied. He glanced subconsciously. The custom-made door on the top floor. You can't run away. We cut off the way of life. I was going to stay in this house forever. Wait until the rescue team's brain is working fast. And I was thinking about how to deal with this dilemma. When the evil was about to put me in the freezer, and I looked at that room full of meat. Inspiration, you put me down first. Auntie has an idea. You listen to me. Let's go first. We worked hard in the limited time. In fact, I had expected the worst. If this doesn't work, I can only die with the red-eyed zombie. Anyway, evil cannot die. When I lured evil into the freezer, when knocked out, the door to the top floor was finally knocked open. I ducked into the closet, looking at the surveillance. The way he devoured meat all the way, I feel like I can hear it clearly. His fangs collide, the sound of shredding meat. Finally, he was attracted to the elevator. When buried in the pile of meat, the full barrel of gasoline tied to his head, with less meat, finally, they lost their balance and all fell down. He was soaking wet on and around his body. Now I have 2 lighters on, throwing it into the elevator. The fire went up all of a sudden. Too late to take a closer look, I slammed the door shut. Hear the roar outside the door, heartbeat like thunder. Just jumped out, floating in the air. The smell of unpleasant barbecue, the door gradually disappeared. Then came a loud crash, it just scared me. Get up shivering, looking out the door through the cat's eye. The elevator hall was a mess. The elevator has fallen, red-eye lost gone missing. I dare not let my guard down, climb back into the closet, and get your phone back. I hugged 2 more down jackets and a quote. Also hid in the freezer, after covering the unconscious evil. I turned on the phone monitoring, looked back at the video just now. There's a fire in the video, people keep rolling on the ground. When the red-eyed zombie finally rolled into the elevator, just as the elevator fell rapidly, I breathed a sigh of relief. Back to the surveillance screen. I carefully inspected the house inside and out. Wait a while, after confirming that it is temporarily safe. I wake up the evil, the first thing he did when he woke up. He gave me a meal of chestnuts, accused me of how impulsive my previous actions were. Finally, his eyes turned red as he spoke. Until we fixed the door on the top floor, so I raged out and took his cheek. He stepped forward and gagged his mouth. Die under the peony flower. Being a ghost is also romantic. Are you right? Although mentally prepared. But the moment the bullet is loaded, never experienced, still makes me a little scared. Subconsciously pressed against his chest to resist. He noticed my mood change in time. It's kissing my forehead and eyes tenderly. Tip of the nose and lips, until I became brave again. All afternoon until sunset, exhausted. I know we both need this. Seek the security of survival. Then he took the initiative to change the sheets. Hindsight, I found that flower. I just watched a big man run from the room, rush to the living room sofa. Like a child who made mistakes, wrap his waist carefully. Laugh at him, didn't you think? You owed 6. Next, we are completely at home. I'm not going to the top floor either. I'm afraid of being discovered by the red-eyed zombies again, one more time. Not so lucky. Since we became close, my life has obviously become unrestrained. And this time my post was finally taken seriously by everyone. Finally, it attracted official attention. Then we also waited for rescue. When the rescue helicopter is parked on the top floor, the sun just rose in the distance. The sky is bright. Extra me and Sen moved to a safer human base. As he was leaving, the rescue captain said, "You can give some time to pack up the important things." We looked at each other. We were laughing really loudly at the time. I said to the rescue captain, "Wait 3 minutes, finish." Thump, 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 thump. He went to get his little umbrella. I'm going to get my shirt. When other supplies are notified of the rescue, it's already packed. We only take the most important. Leave the rest to the rescue team. Look around this home that has been with us for a long time. Very reluctant, Evil hold my shoulder, tell me we'll be back soon. There are many survivors in the human base. Some trained people join the rescue team. Get up and seek more survivors, the rest, depending on their circumstances and preferences. Choose the job that suits you. The entire base is like an ant nest, all in order. After registering personal information, I share a room with the Evil. Although not big, but it's been done, it's still quite cozy. The vegetables and fruit seeds I will bring, all of them were given to the elderly who were specially responsible for planting. Happy to talk, praise me for being a good girl. To recognize me as a goddaughter. Pass on the craftsmanship of a lifetime to me. So I did. After all, I'm the one who grew baby spinach and cabbage. Evil is also busy with his own business. He participated in rescue team training. With excellent results, officially become a rescue worker. Just happened to be assigned to the team that picked us up in the first place. The rescue captain tapped him on the shoulder and said, he knew this day would come. He has been greedy for Evil for a long time. Inexplicable chrysanthemumite, he's coming a little closer to me. Then one day, he goes out on a mission. Look at me with a smile. My eyes are sore, tears want to flow, but I held back. Then I grabbed the hoe I had just put down. He charged in his direction ferociously. Wild dog, you have been there for half a month this time. Your guts are getting fatter. He broke down with a smile, running with long legs. He runs away, he chases, he can fly. He still doesn't want me to be tired. He secretly slowed down. Let me catch up, after all, in public. He's too embarrassed to keep teasing me like a child. I threw the hoe. Stick to him like an octopus, slowly accuse. And he kept holding me for longer and longer. Hold my body in one hand on my back, coax me like a child. This is our common interest, just when I'm comfortable squinting. I saw a familiar-looking person standing in the shade of a tree, look at us, satisfied with me, come close to the ear of Evil. Secretly ask the person under the tree to keep looking at us. I know you, an understated answer. My dad, I do it. I said, why does it look familiar? Then my scene just now, wouldn't it all be seen by the future father-in-law? I found out later, the reason why the Evil person went for half a month. Because the survivors of this city are basically finished. And they started helping other cities. His father sincerely praised me as a good girl at the dinner table. Still the same as in high school, Mom took my hand and kept saying, his son has finally found a wife. It's not easy, the Evil will come later. Scientists used zombie genes, antibacterial vaccines developed. Various heavy meat weapons have also appeared one after another. The army has completely suppressed the zombie horde. Very soon, those warnings posted online. I used to dream. The reason for dreaming of the future has been fooled. Just kidding. I'm pregnant. Do I have to sacrifice my life for your experiments? When we were at the base, already by his parents and godparents. Urged to get married, wedding night, alcohol is not drunk, everyone is drunk. How about saying that the young man is in good health? The third generation of the Yi family finally has the fourth generation. After all the dust has settled, the evil person moved back to his previous home. And also reinforced the security facilities on the top floor. My luck is stronger. How much I used to like eating meat. I feel like vomiting now. The evil person makes nutritious meals for me in different ways every day. With his tireless efforts, 8 months later, I gave birth to a chubby white boy. Sin is lost because he wants a daughter, so the nurse came out with the baby in her arms. When I told him it was a son, he didn't even look straight. And then I came. He was lying by my bed. A strand of sweat-soaked hair on my forehead. Stroke behind the ear, drop a gentle kiss. Thank you, wife. I glared at him. Look at his red eyes. Left again, and I thank him too. Accompany me through this long life. Orphan's parents died in a car accident 5 years ago.